His sixth touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point attempt to come here. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. Had a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They run once more with McKinnon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Here's McKinnon. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. A terrific return there. 27 yards. All told. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Red zone opportunity.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not. Get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on fourth down, Bruce Arians will send out his field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long.
Let's go. Blue 58. Fours.
Here again is McKinnon. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down. Throwing, Bridgewater. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A very solid gain of 27. McKinnon. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Second down, Bridgewater. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And this is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Let's go.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Screen play, McKinnon. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they were able to get to him on it.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Play action, they'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 51 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Stopped short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only 2nd down, and they try to run the sneak.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's their quarterback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And, you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. They run the counter now on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and they're going to have a third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And his kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Get loud. I want to hear it. Tuesday. Tuesday. Wait, 90. Wait, 90.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Bridgewater now on second down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 1st and 10. Bridgewater. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
An NFL update. They're in the second quarter in Baltimore. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
On third down, Johnson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they thought they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They run it with McKinnon. And an alley to run. Oh, shifty. Whoa. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 52 yards on the ground. Bridgewater on first down. And Rudolph has it left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan. And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They've been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Let's go. Tiger. Tiger. Let's go. Way 90. Way 90.
The second down throw for Bridgewater. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Get ready. Wide 80. Let's go. Tiger. Force. Let's go.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. So off is Bridgewater, on the kicker Blair Walsh on 4th down. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Shift together here from the D-line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they have the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be knocked down sideways. That one good for 7 that time. And it'll give the Cardinals a first down.
All right, here we go. Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Detroit! All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Good, good. Good, good.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Elsewhere, they have gone to the 3rd quarter now in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Let's go. Blue 58.
First down, Bridgewater. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
2nd down now after the incompletion. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. To the air again with Bridgewater. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 10 more there and another first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Back to throw now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 36 yards. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Nice move at the 40. And again the footwork. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That one good for 33 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with second and just 2 yards to go. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Time running out here on the play clock. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now McKinnon. And an alley to run. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Jerick McKinnon, 78 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Walsh now for the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Two scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I've got an idea. Racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. The play clock's running down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Touchdown, Cardinals. Breshad Perriman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense? Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through him. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Cardinals on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jordan Leggett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. A good pickup there at 22. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Bridgewater to throw it. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time He was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Bridgewater. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll return it from the 6. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now from Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now from Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Arizona...